guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I clip in and style my Bellami Boo-Gatti hair extensions. They're the 22-inch length in platinum blonde. So these are my extensions. I pre-curled them and haven't brushed them out or anything yet. My hair is already curled. I used my curling wand right here, Xtava brand. I bought it off of Amazon. I love this thing. Currently my hair is a bit of a hot mess. I've gone through a huge hair transformation in the past year. I went from almost black, like very dark brown hair to what it is right now. The ends of my hair are still a little brassy and darker than I would like them to be compared to the top of my hair. Ideally, I would like my hair to be this color, but you can see that we're a couple different colors going on in here. With platinum and blonde hair, getting your hair to the right shade and getting the extensions to the right shade is often very difficult, and a lot of extensions you're not supposed to tone. I did tone mine with Wella T18 toner to get them a little icier, and after doing that, I mean, I did some research. I had a few people tell me you really shouldn't do that, but other people told me that it's fine. Mine turned out fine, but always be wary whenever you're doing anything with your extensions or your own hair. I am not a hairstylist. I don't have a cosmetologist license, so what I'm saying, take it at face value, okay? Okay, this is just what I do with my hair. I'm working with it, and I'll show you how to blend your extensions with your natural hair seamlessly in the best way when you have such short hair like mine. So over the years, I've had all sorts of extensions. I've tried glue-ins, I've tried clip-ins, tried all sorts of brands. The glue-ins were horrible. They ended up ripping a bunch of my hair out. They would just slide off of my hair, pulling my hair from the root. I felt that they didn't blend very well. It was a lot of upkeep. They don't match your natural hair texture, obviously, so it's hard to keep them styled all the time. Like when you have natural hair, you know, if you don't want to style it one day, it all just kind of blends together. When you have glue-in extensions and you don't want to style it one day, you really still have to style it, even if you're putting it up in a bun, because you have to make sure that your tracks aren't showing and all that fun stuff. It's so much easier with clip-in extensions because you can take them out if you want to go swimming, you can take them out if you want to go to the gym, you can put them in whenever you want, and you can take them out whenever you want. It's not something that has to be kept up with constantly every day all the time. So styling extensions into short hair like this can be a little bit more difficult, especially when you have almost a lob cut. I have a little more layering than a traditional lob or a bob, but I still have a very blunt cut at the bottom because I like the way it looks. I don't really like layers. Having layers is a lot easier to blend extensions into, and I suggest taking your extensions in when you buy them and having them layered by a professional. With that being said, let's start styling. Alright, so I'm going to part my hair. I'm going to leave just a very small section at the bottom. Not too much hair. You just want enough hair to attach the extensions to. Next, you want to take a comb and rat up your hair. You want to do it quite a bit so you have some good traction for this first layer. Also, I have very thick hair. That is why I have such thick extensions. I have a lot of hair hiding up in here, and it's easier. You always want to match the amount of hair that you have to the amount of extensions that you have. If your extensions are too thin, you're gonna look crazy. If they're too thick, it's gonna be easy to see tracks. After you have this first layer ratted up, you want to take it, fold it up on itself, and take bobby pins to pin it up. You really want this hair hidden because if you put in your extensions without doing this, you're going to have all these little hairs down here, and especially if you have a very blunt cut, it's going to be way too obvious that you're wearing extensions. The first weft that I use is a 3-clip. Alright, so here's our first weft, and you can't see that layer. On to the next layer. I like to go about 3/4 of an inch up my head just because I have so much hair from where I put my last extension in. So again, about not quite 3 finger lengths from the end of your track right there. And I like to back comb a little, but not going too crazy. I like to take the 4-clip weft, and there's one that's slightly bigger and one that's slightly smaller. I'm taking the slightly bigger one. So when I clip in, the extensions, I want to make sure that they're matching all the way around. So I start from the back. So as you can see, my hair obviously doesn't perfectly match these extensions, but we're gonna make them blend as much as possible. So for the next section, I'm going a little bit further up, about 2 inches from my last weft. So I'm using this guy. So it's got 2 layers of clips. He's huge, he's thick, and I like to get a bulk of my hair down before using this one, just to hide the mid layers of my hair. But I don't want to go up too high, otherwise you are going to have a huge gap in your hair. So when you go to tease your hair, you want to tease it a little further down as well. Like, you want to keep it teased up to the top, and you also want to tease down here a little bit, just so this has something to attach to, because otherwise all the weight is going to be right on the root of your hair, and that can get painful. So you'll do that middle clip up top, and then the 2 bottom middle clips, and then I like to do the bottom side clips and then top clips. Obviously I still need to brush these out. So now I'm parting about 3/4 of an inch from the last weft again, doing a bit of back combing. So now I'm taking next 4 clip. Now we're just getting up to the top of my hair. Not a ton of hair left, but you can still see a huge difference, right? Sectioning your hair out into correct sections is very important, because you would not want to have a huge chunk, you know, sitting over here and no extension to go on top of it, and look how funky this looks. But then, like, right now this looks a lot better. Like, it's obviously not perfectly hidden, but it's layered out pretty good. So this section, you don't want to go up a ton higher, because you run the risk of showing your tracks the higher you go. So from my last weft, I'm about 1/2 inch up. And again, this really depends on the thickness of your hair and the thickness of your extensions. But I'm taking the 3 clip weft. All right, so we're getting pretty close here. Just concerned about the front. The back is very voluminous right now. It's layered out pretty well, but the front, as you can see, we have big chunks of hair up here. So what I do is, rather close to my part, as you can see I'm parting in the middle, rather close, but not too close, I'm going to make a part. So see, we have all this hair, and I'm going to back comb. And then I'm taking my 2 clip, and you want to attach it almost to the very front of your hairline, but not too close, otherwise it will be seen. And up on these top ones, it's very important to be back combing quite a bit. And see that? You can see my track. So I'm actually going to pull this out and make my part slightly higher. I'm just taking a little bit more hair, not going too crazy, because otherwise you're gonna have a big chunk on top. And you wanna make sure to part the back as well, otherwise your extension's gonna be showing back there. Again, we're back combing, reinstalling the extension. And putting your hair down. So again, we're going to be putting the extension in on basically the exact same part on this side. All right, so taking my last weft, the last 2 clip piece, attaching it the same way. And voila. So now all of my hair is in. I just need to brush it out and style it the same way. I'm just taking this paddle brush, and I'm going to start from the ends and very lightly brush, because you don't want your curl to completely go away. You don't want it to be too frizzy either. Throughout the day, your curls will loosen up. So my recommendation is, if you're looking for more of a beachy wave, to keep your curls tight when you first do them, and then they will loosen up, you know, with humidity and the weather. Your curls aren't gonna stay super curly. I'm actually going to back comb the top layer of my natural hair to hide my extensions. So now I'm going to take my curling wand and match my natural hair on top with these top layers of extensions. You'll see where your hair stands out from the extensions, and you'll take chunks of hair. You don't want to take too much hair because it can get a little crazy, and you want to brush that piece out, and then taking your wand, you want to wrap the hair around, making sure that all the little fine pieces are getting blended in. Another little trick is, if you have a lot of hair hanging out like right here in this section, you can take a bobby pin and pin that back so that it's hidden. So I'm actually gonna do that really quick. So have a lot of hair right here. I'm gonna leave a little bit on top just so it blends in with my bangs, but I'm gonna take this section, twist it up, try and put it as far back as possible underneath the extensions, close to where you have that hair pinned back there. Voila. So we have that hair hidden for the most part. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. But here we are. So it's really not that difficult to put extensions in. There are just some important key factors to ensure you're doing when you are blending your extensions with your natural hair. Always make sure the color matches. I'm not exactly doing that at this point just because I'm having some personal issues with my hair, but make sure it matches as best as possible, and sometimes even blend two colors of extensions if you can. When you are layering and partitioning your hair, you do so in a manner that complements your hair thickness, your hair length, and your hair type. Ensure you're always blending your hair with the extensions. Make sure that your extensions aren't too thick or too thin. Another thing, do your research before you buy extensions. Buy the right ones. Personally, I love my Bellami Boo-Gattis. This is the second set of extensions I've bought from Bellami. The first set were a little thinner, and I had some issues with that. But these are great if you have thick hair, if you have short hair, yes. Boo-Gattis all the way. But there are so many kinds, styles of extensions out there. I'm sure you're gonna find something. And if you just want to play around, buy some off Amazon. You can buy really cheap extensions off Amazon. I love extensions. If you've thought about experimenting with them, do it. They're great. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns with this video or with extensions, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you like the way they turned out. They're a little bit curlier than I would normally wear them, but I just did that so that the curl will last longer because I'm going to be going out with them and I don't want them to be too straight and not blend well with my hair. I'd rather have them be a little too curly. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you want to see how I style my short hair, anything else, if you have any questions for me, please let me know. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys for watching. And if you're already subscribing, thank you so much.